Hi, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, True Divine 44. You can also get me on my Facebook page, True Divine 44, and it is the True Divine for both Instagram and Twitter. Any likes, shares, subscribes, and comments are greatly appreciated, and much love to everybody who is doing that thus far. I appreciate you all. This is part of the free content that I put out on a daily basis to help support, guide, and inspire those who want to be supported, guided, and inspired. Take what resonates as it is general and leave what does not. I love it when people leave comments. I always try and get back to the comments as quickly as I possibly can throughout the day. But it's great to have your take on how the energies of the day are resonating, messing, or aiding you in your day. So this is for the 27th of October 2020. We have on the bottom of the deck the 10 of Swords in reverse. Dun, dun, dun. You know, clinging on to difficult times. Almost like you get in a bit of an argument with yourself where you know you need to draw the end of a cycle in. You know you need to let it complete, but there's certain aspects of it that you just will not let go of and will not allow that cycle to close out in your life. It gives for today a little bit of a what's the right word, a little bit of a temporary improvement to the situation. Don't be fooled by that. There might be temporary truces. There might be temporary peace talks within your family setting, your friendship groups, your business life. There may be on the collective stage, there might be very temporary peace talks that look good on the surface, things that look great on the surface, and it's a false flag of drawing an end to a difficult cycle. It looks like something is helping draw an end to a difficult cycle for the collective, yet it is a underhanded deal. It is something else entirely. It is to continue a painful cycle. And so be aware from that on the collective stage and in your personal life. Be aware that it is up to you to draw the end of this cycle in your life. You can't depend on others outside of yourself, whether it's in your immediate circle or whether it is on the collective stage. There are no outside saviors to your story. It is all within you. You will be treated as you allow yourself to be treated. You will be respected as much as you allow yourself and expect yourself to be respected. You will indeed be loved as much as you allow yourself and expect yourself to be loved. It's all within you. Need to really turn this card the right way up because it is a painful cycle. And the more that people endure this in their individual lives, let's be real, you're not really helping the collective because you're putting out that energetic field of, okay, I'll have some more swords in my back, please. I don't mind bleeding out just that bit more. And I don't know about any of you, but I am sick of swords in the back, particularly from the powers that be. So, do everybody a favor and draw in that cycle in your individual life. It's much appreciated. And so the next card is the King of Wands, again, in reverse. This is a impetuous character, changes like the wind. That's part of that temporary improvement. The peace talks might look good. The truce talks might look good. But this sucker, this energy right here, whether it's you or whether it's somebody around you, be aware of it because they can turn on a dime. They can spin like a car with the handbrake on and accelerator pushed. They can just, you get the picture. They can really turn like the wind, and you might have just started to relax into this temporary reprieve, and bang, today you get hit by this complete opposite energy that you've just been speaking to maybe an hour before, regarding some kind of peace talks, regarding some kind of truce, some kind of white flag, and you'll wave that white flag as fast as you can, and that white flag will just get burnt, because this is with this wand in reverse, this is not a kind of energy that you want to be making deals with, whether it's in your individual life or on the collective stage in the powers that be. They are not reliable, and certainly their peace and drawing an end to a painful cycle is not to be relied upon. So we've got the next card in the first of the lineup for the day of the 27th. We've got the Queen of Cups. And so this is clarified by, the Knight of Cups in reverse. And so this is a character, again, to be avoided like the plague, ironically, or the not plague, ironically, however you want to look at it. But avoid this character. But I feel a lot of you have got this character wrapped up quite deep seated in your personal lives, if this resonates with you today. And this character is emotionally abusive. And again, just like the Knight of Wands in reverse, can use your own compassion in this Queen of Cups, whether you're male or female, whoever you are in this scenario, if this resonates with you, can use your compassion, can use your emotional points of connection with this person or past with this person, like you're some kind of puppet on a string. Pinocchio is springing to mind. He gets tricked into an exciting life on the stage, something new, that he can get all of that adoration, but then he very quickly realizes that his strings are being pulled, and he has very little freedom, because when he starts to try and break away, he is caged. And so the very things that he allowed himself to be fooled into, he starts to think about. So this person can really hook into your emotions and really pull the past up to you. They are very good at keeping an account of everything they've done for you and how little you've done for them, even though the opposite might be true. They are very good at keeping a tally as to what you owe them emotionally, what commitment you owe them emotionally. Beware from this in your individual lives. Again, on the collective stage, we see that we have some fantastic characters in what would be called the WWE of the collective stage. The you can't really say boxing with Boris. He couldn't lift his fist, let alone get in the ring over the ropes. But you get the idea. We've got these characters that are going to come out with buffoonery today. But somehow, some way, because enough magic has been done into the collective, many people are swayed in one direction or the other, one side or the other, and start to, their emotions are hooked into by certain speeches that are being made, certain platitudes that are being expressed. So be aware of that. When you know it, when you see it, you'll know it. And these people are very, very good. And a lot of people have been primed to be emotionally reactive to certain speeches being made today, certain talks being given today. You get the picture. So be aware of that, and don't think you're too awake or too aware enough to be fooled. You know, this has been ongoing. It's been a grinding down, both in our individual lives for those who haven't, you know, gotten rid of these characters, and on the collective stage. So we've got the next card being the 10 of Pentacles. The abundance is there. It really is. But are you going to get it? And what are you allowing outside of yourself to limit you from having it? It really is a head wobble day, guys, in that you look at all of the things, all of the proof positives that we have now. You don't even need people like me with psychic intuition to show you that our abundance has been stolen. All of these monies going missing, all of these taxes, all of these charities that are going to be doing so much good yet never solve really anything, you know, all of the big C research and all of the donations that go into that, even when we know there are natural remedies for a lot of things that could be harnessed but have even been made illegal. Things have been stolen from us at a great rate. When did we stop being, I don't know, let's say the native Indians, the cowboys, the Vikings, whatever age you want to look at? When did we start to just do as we are told, even when it's blaringly obvious that we are being hijacked yet again and things are being stolen right from under our nose, under the guise of something that doesn't even make sense? It is really time to, you know, get some of that fire back. So the Knight of Wands clarifies this 10 of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands, you know, is again, is changeable. Yet he's dropped the ego of the King of Wands in reverse. He's actually taken notice of the elements around him, taken notice of what is actually going on around him. And he isn't fixed to a certain path. He finds a way around things. He's passionate and a go-getter, ready to go. He's got fire in his heart. He's got fire in his belly to go forward. And he's wanting to go forward, this energy, towards his abundance, towards his true inheritance, when he came into this reality that we are within, with this beautiful womb, this realm that we're upon, that has such beautiful colors and scents and fruits, you know, and animals. It has such a variety, it has such gifts, yet we are being bogged down by hijackers who are creating nothing but fear, division, gaslighting. For those that are aware and awake and can see, but yet are looking around at people, asking for more swords in the back, you know, it's crazy making. And so it's tough on whatever side of that you're on, because, you know, the people who are falling for this, the people who are having their emotions hooked into today, you know, aren't going to feel comfortable. The people who aren't are invariably going to know some people that are close to them that they love that are, if that makes sense. So whatever side you're on, this is very cleverly orchestrated, because it is difficult, whatever side of the pond that you're on. And so the next card is the 7 of Swords. I'm so sorry. You've got to smile. You've got to laugh, because this is a movie. We're living in a movie. You know, they've really pulled out all of the stops this time. You know, they've really, you know, squelched out that cloth. You know, they're squeezing out every drop for all it's worth. You know, let's get as much fear, as much division, ha 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 ha, in the background. It's like, oh, you know, come on, let's see it. Let's act upon it. Let's open our businesses. Let's go about our business. Let's remember that we in our masses and even telepathically are connected to one another if we hook into that, and we can change this. Our ancestors have done so in the past. we just didn't go far enough and we kept being too complacent. And so the next card is the Seven of Swords. And this is why I'm laughing, and this is why I'm saying I'm sorry, because, you know, it is a bit of a samey reading because it's been going on for so long, but I've got to be truthful to what the cards are saying, to what the energies are saying, and damn, theft, theft, theft. And it's being done right under our noses. I guarantee today, from what I picked up in my meditation yesterday, and I'll go into it maybe a bit later if I've got time, that last night or within the last 24, but certainly 24 to 48 hours, a huge, and I mean huge amount of money, poof, into some kind of, I don't know, new Bitcoin, new something that just poof, gone. And not very many people question it. You know, things have been quiet. It's been hard to see what's happening in the financial sector. They're not broke. They're just moving it around. They're just making sure it's nicely cleaned up into a whole new system, because the follow the money is very, very true. Now, in my meditation, I followed the money and the kind of things that would get them all locked up, bar a very few. Theft, right under your nose. Take that into your individual life, because as above, so below, as below, so above, as within, so without, as without, so within. There's theft in your midst. If this reading has resonated with you, there is some kind of theft in your midst. Now, this does not have to be physical. The reason I say that is because in my meditation, this money during this lockdown has become less and less physical. If you think about it, they never really made it law that you couldn't pay with money, but they sort of, again, put the magic out there, put the prompts out there, so many shops wouldn't accept cash. Lots and lots of people have gotten even more used to not having any cash on them during this time and only using their card. It's ether, it's air, it's digits, it's money in messages as to how many zeros are behind certain digits at the press of a button, at the exchange of that thought. Swords being thought, words, intellect, ether, air. They deliberately made it less physical. And so within this also, we have to be very aware with every card that I've said before this one, in that your thoughts are being hijacked right now, or they are attempting to hijack your thoughts. Now, if you have bolstered your protections, your own protections, your clarity in thinking during this time, then go you. But you may very well still be affected by other people who have not. And they might feel like they're going a bit crazy today because they might have been thinking one way, then boom, another headline comes out today. And just like that King of Wands energy in reverse that is also changeable, they change like the wind. They all of a sudden believe the next headline. And so you might see very erratic behavior because there's this, they know they're getting stolen from intellectual thoughts, maybe not so much intellectual, but thoughts stolen from them, but they can't quite place what that feeling is or where it's coming from. Just the subconscious knows that it's not right and it's not fair. And so you might be the one that is left to deal with this fallout, especially if this person or these energies are within your family home or within your friendship groups, or indeed within your business, especially if you employ some people that are like this. It might be a bit of a difficult day with these energies. I think your best bet is to maybe send them home, tell them to have a cup of tea, turn off the TV, turn off Facebook, turn off Twitter, and anything else that they could possibly get another headline with, and tell them to just desensitize themselves in a darkened room with the curtains closed. I'm joking, and I'm not joking at the same time. Seriously, it's off the chain today. And I'm gonna sit back and watch the comedy show. I'm gonna watch it all fall out. And so the next thing is, in your individual life also, be aware of the changing in the systems. Be aware also of your intellectual property around people who are close to you, your ideas. It's not the best time or day right now to be exchanging your intellectual property, your ideas, your thoughts, however they resonate with you, whether it's, ideas for business, whether it's just ideas as to what you're pondering, how you're feeling, says she who's putting it all out there on YouTube. Hey ho. You get the gist of that card. Now, to clarify this one, we've got the World card. And so with that being said, there is an opportunity here to either allow the world to be hijacked. Let's be real, that's what we've all sat back and done in our masses. Or call in the gift that is the world, the true abundance, the true alliance with the very nature that we live upon and everything it has to give to us, to have this spiritual connect between the spiritual and the physical, to finally in our masses recognize that they all are connected. And when we take out any of these, we've got the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the air, the ether, we've got all of the components here. We've even got the fire in, various ways, shapes and forms. But it's up to us how we channel these elements in ourselves as to what kind of world we are creating right now. Seriously, it's gotten silly now. If we were in the movie, they'd be saying, turn it off. Where's the heroes? They're just being hijacked. It's in plain sight. It's right in their face. Turn it over. It wouldn't even be a box office anymore. Let's be real. So start again in your individual lives. Put out that if this resonates with you, start to act in your own sovereignty and divinity in your individual life. Stop allowing other people to control you through your emotions, through your mindset, through your physical, through your financial. Stand in your firm foundation. Channel your elements. Don't let them channel you. And create an abundance in one way or the other, however that resonates with you, whether it is a new home. For a lot of people, there might be plans to change a residence today, or indeed all of a sudden the contract goes through today, or you get to sign something even on a mobile home today. The energies are good for that. Just be very careful as to who you start this new home with. Whether you use this to have a clean break from energies and frequencies that do not match yours, or whether you continue to be the Ten of Swords in reverse and cling on to something that is not aligned with you anymore. This keeps coming out in the readings. Take of it what you will. I'm just saying, if we're in a movie, which we are, the heroes would be standing up by now. So stand up for yourself in your own life, in your individual life. That puts out a frequency, a field that is far more challenging than even pointing a gun with a silver bullet to certain heads, because they feel that. The magicians feel that. And then so that it automatically extends out into the collective stage is what I'm trying to say. as I usually do say. But also business owners, if we all in our masses stop being told what to do, when every part of the guidance and even out of their own mouths would say that we shouldn't be doing what they're saying we should do, i.e. closing our businesses or limiting our businesses. If we were to do that in our masses, one, we are going to save livelihoods. Two, we are going to put a big cog in the wheel for whatever malevolent changes they're trying to bring in. Three, we can be part of the natural change of this world card, bringing in a new cycle. And yes, there's going to be changes. There's going to be changes to everything, to the monetary system, to how abundance is seen and looked at and respected. But we have to be in control of that for our own lives. We can't keep allowing ourselves to be fooled into these external saviors on the collective stage. Remember, even the good things that happen today, keep in mind my words, that they are gaslighting. They are deliberately looking like good things when actually it facilitates a far more malevolent deed to be done under the radar while everybody's clapping and cheering for whatever good deed it might be. Look out for France today. I know in the UK we're getting selective headlines. I know in parts of America they're getting very selective headlines, and Australia and Germany and France. So we seem to be getting some of each other's news, and then news is limited from one to another. So it's important that we share. It's important that we keep connections. It's important that we are able to get a better grasp of what is happening in these different locations via people that we actually trust rather than on mainstream media. But look out for France today, some kind of announcement that really changes the energy in France. It's not a nice announcement. I feel, you know, it's a very I don't know if I'm hearing the word draconian. I don't know if that's the right word. Very oppressive. And so some measures are going to maybe be announced there that aren't very nice at all. If you hear about it, please let me know, because as I say, we don't know which headlines we are getting and we don't know which truths and lies we are getting. So it's important that we stay in touch. So please leave a comment if you see anything or hear anything regarding anywhere, but in particular France today for some reason. Much love. Stay balanced and stay whole. I'm going to shut up now. I think I've thinking the point, you know, quite a bit. Let's be the heroes of this script. Let's be the heroes of this movie. Why not? You know, so much love. Stay balanced, stay whole. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can hook up with me at truedivinemedia@gmail.com. If you want any energy work or any spiritual guidance with me, again, truedivinemedia@gmail.com. Or for all of those services, you can hook up with me via a personal message on Facebook on my business page, True Divine 44. Please like, share and subscribe. It really does help. It's helping me build my clientele. It's helping me sustain my family, and I appreciate you all for it. Mwah.